CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. So glad you could be with us on this Thursday, August 14th. One person was seriously hurt in a two-vehicle collision on Highway 11 last night, just north of New Liskeard. OPP say two pickup trucks collided on the road around 10 p.m., closing Highway 11 for several hours. Provincial police say the investigation is in the early stages. The highway reopened shortly after 8 this morning. Now to our weather, and a little cooler today. Finally, some relief. For more details about the next few days, here's CTV's Rick Wyman.
Tony, it was fresh this morning just after 7. Dogs had to go out, so I was out with them, and I said to myself, this is great. 13 degrees, 12, 13. Too bad it can't be like this all year round, but that's not the case here in northeastern Ontario. First take on weather brought to you by CAA. Get yours at caa.ca. Take a look at the system that's about to affect the Northeast coming in. We'll see some of the effects throughout the most part on Saturday, but for the Timmins area, risk of a thunderstorm for tomorrow. Chance of showers, we'll get into that and a lot more, the 5-day forecast. But Tony, yes, you are correct. Beautiful day, lots of sunshine today. Back to you.
Thanks so much for that, Rick. As a new school year is about to begin, the Community Safety and Wellbeing Strategy in Timmins is eager to share details about a new QR code. Officials say it's all about bringing information about support, services and events to youth in the city. CTV's Lydia Chubak has more.
This is an easy code to crack. Just hold up a smartphone or tablet and click on the link and get connected to the many supports in Timmins. The QR code was developed by Timmins Youth Connect as part of the city's Community Safety and Wellbeing Strategy. Young persons pointed out there was a lack of awareness about services available to them.
That QR code does go to a link tree, and Linktree does offer all the 25 agencies their platform. So you would click on their platform, and then from there, the well-being services, things to do are available. Even schools that offer different services are available on that link tree as well.
Wendy Legros is a youth engagement lead and health promoter with Northeastern Public Health. She's worked with young people in Timmins for over a decade and says this QR code gives them a chance to search for what they need in one spot, including social media platforms.
From what I've heard, I think they get a lot of the information from social media platforms. Of course, if they're looking for something directly, they can go to the website, but that's what the social media platforms on this link provides. They can easily go right to the website to get more information that they need.
So right now we have had a lot of clicks because these stickers are included on snacks at all presentations at the school. The QR codes are at different activities throughout the community, whether it's Indigenous Peoples Day. We also have our 33 individuals who are part of the community have t-shirts, so they have the QR code on the back. And then of course, looking up Timmins Youth Connect, you will find the QR code as well through the URL.
Officials say the QR code, site layout, and section titles were all designed by youth aged 13 to 21 who are actively involved in helping connect their friends and peers to more opportunities in the city. Lydia Chubak, CTV News, Timmins.
North Bay is getting infrastructure funding to help with widening one of the roads. $2 million from the province's Northern Ontario Resource Development Support Fund is going towards the reconstruction of Seymour Street. The project is part of the city's long-term transportation needs. The program provides $15 million annually to northern infrastructure projects. While a walkout was staged at the Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario's annual general meeting last night, the union elected a new executive, but a number of its members are expressing concern about a lack of diversity amongst the new leadership. CTV's Janice Golding has those details.
En masse, hundreds of Black educators and their allies walked out of a banquet inside the Sheridan Centre. An act of protest that sent a clear message to the Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario.
Black voices were basically silenced and erased from ETFO's provincial executive.
This is a troubling step backwards in representation, equity, and the commitment to dismantling systemic barriers within our federation.
This week, over 700 delegates elected a new provincial executive. But that executive did not include any black members.
We had 3 black candidates run for elections, and not a single one of them was elected.
In March, the Ontario Human Rights Commission released a report called Dreams Delayed, addressing systemic anti-black racism and discrimination in Ontario's public education system. In response, ETFO reinforced its commitment to, quote, building a future free from anti-black racism, promising to expand its efforts to address the issue by creating black educator leadership programs, launching a public campaign to recruit more black educators, and providing financial support and funding for aspiring black educators. Empty promises, say those gathered at the Sheridan.
You need to walk the talk. ETFO is not doing that.
We will not be silenced and we will not be erased. Period. End of story.
ETFO's new president-elect David Maston told CTV News he was not prepared to speak on this, and ETFO did not have another spokesperson available. However, in a closed-door meeting, outgoing President Karen Brown read a statement saying members need to reflect on what happened, adding, solidarity that does not include confronting anti-black racism is not solidarity. It's a slogan. A union that ignores its own black members' struggles is not a union. It's a club for the comfortable. Janice Golding, CTV News.
All right, it's time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5, Rick has your full weather forecast. Right now, though, we are heading to Elliott Lake and a live webcam from the Fire Tower Lookout. It's 25 degrees in the city. We're back after this commercial break.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Well, we're almost halfway through the month of August, and finally some great weather, very cool, very comfortable, loads of sunshine, and that's the way we like it. Forecast radar will change your mind, or at least perception about what's about to happen with the weather. We've got precipitation moving in some cases in the Timmins area. Kapuskasing for tomorrow. Chance of showers, risk of a thunderstorm, and again, come Saturday, it looks like the entire northeast will be affected by some rain, a 40 to 60% chance. Let's take a look at some of the numbers now. Sudbury Nickel Belt, 27 and loads of sunshine tomorrow, Saturday. Here we go. Chance of showers at 28. Sunday, sun and cloud 19, 21 on Monday, loads of sunshine there, and Tuesday, some sun and cloud and 21. Looks like Sunday will be rather cool right across the northeast as well. Daytime highs and evening lows. Friday, Sault Ste. Marie and Algoma, sun and cloud 28, chance of showers at 60% Saturday, 23, cooling off on Sunday, sunshine at 21, then 20 and 21 cloud cover Monday and Tuesday in the Sault and Algoma. Meanwhile, in Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, chance of showers, risk of a thunderstorm tomorrow. Your expected high around 27, maybe 30, 31 with the humidex. Saturday, chance of showers again at 26. Sunday, sun and cloud 17, overnight low of only 3. Monday warms up a bit, 22, loads of sunshine there. And again, 21 Tuesday with some cloud cover. Temiskaming Shores and Kirkland Lake, 27, sunshine tomorrow. Saturday, chance of showers at 60%. 28 degrees, your daytime high. Of course, the humidex will play into that. Sunday, we've got some sun and cloud, 18, 20 on Monday, sunshine, and Tuesday, sun and cloud with a high of 22. And last but not least, here we go with North Bay, West Nipissing. Gradual clearing tomorrow, high of 27. Nice way to start off the weekend as usual in the Bay. Saturday, chance of showers, 29, little steamy that day. Sunday, some cloud cover. Monday, sunshine and 21, and sun and cloud Tuesday at 22. Here we go, Tony. Weekend almost here, but we do have some rain in the forecast. Back to you.
Good to know. Thanks so much for that, Rick. Almost 2,000 Saultites will soon have a primary care provider thanks to an investment by the provincial government. The Superior Family Health Team will soon be looking to hire as it received more than $500,000 from the latest round of the province's Primary Care Action Plan. 2 nurse practitioners, a patient navigator, as well as an additional staff member will be hired, adding to the team's complement that includes 7 physicians and 1 nurse practitioner. This application is specifically for those in the P6C area codes and overflow from P6A. Parts of the province with the highest number of unattached patients were targeted for these funds.
To me, it means 2 things. 1, help is on the way, and 2, it's mission critical for us to get this done. We need to connect every person in Sault Ste. Marie to access to primary care. It's something I heard a lot in the campaign, something I hear a lot at the doors while I'm out.
I'm super grateful that I can actually help people. I help as best as I can. Sometimes my hands are tied. I can't burn out my staff. Maintaining staff and taking care of their health needs is important to me, so I do when I can. But with these funds, I'm going to do more, and I'm going to be happy about saying, yes, I can help you.
And Spatafora hopes to have job postings up by early next week and the staff on board in the next couple of months. 2 other applications were put in by other Sioux healthcare organizations. It's believed that they were also successful. The YMCA of Northeastern Ontario is celebrating a North Bay physician who's making sure more expectant mothers have access to health and wellness support during pregnancy. Dr. Anne-Marie McKenna made a $20,000 donation to support YMCA wellness memberships for expectant mothers. Through this initiative, prenatal care physicians will refer patients to the YMCA, where expecting mothers' financial need will be assessed and support will be provided to those who need it most. The Canadian Forces Snowbirds are coming to North Bay. North Bay City Council has authorized Mayor Peter Chirico to sign a letter of support for the Snowbirds team to fly over the city August 27th at 6 p.m. The aerial team was originally scheduled to perform in North Bay for Armed Forces Day, but had to reschedule due to unexpected training delays. The Snowbirds requested a letter of support from the city to allow the team to fly over at no lower than 500 feet above ground level. It's standard practice for such requests to be acknowledged through an official letter signed by the mayor. What would you do with a multi-million-dollar lottery win? Coming up on CTV News at 5. A couple hit it big. We'll meet them in just a few minutes. The Up Here Festival is an immersive urban adventure, and it's happening again this weekend. CTV's Madison Merrier managed to find all the murals around the city of Greater Sudbury.
As part of the foundation of the Up Here Festival, they have planned some new murals that are beautifying the city, one stroke at a time.
11 years of bringing art and music to the community, especially murals, which are a way of uplifting, bringing color, activating artists in our spaces. So I'm really excited.
The artists have come from near and far, with 1 local artist from Northern Ontario and 4 who came from Toronto, Montreal, Saskatoon, and even Brazil.
I'm feeling so glad to be here and make this wall here, because it's so good, because people here are so kind.
People have been really nice. Like everyone that has a store on the building, like they're just super nice, and they come check on the mural and they're super interested. A bunch of people like are honking while we're painting to be like, hey, it's really nice. So generally, like really good vibes.
The murals are located in Azilda, downtown Sudbury, and the Flour Mill this year, with installations on the Azilda Arena, Elm, Larch, and Beach Street, as well as Notre Dame Avenue. The art is bringing color back to the city, and one artist spoke about an interaction he had with someone who's experiencing homelessness, who spoke about his thoughts on the mural.
I cried a lot when he told me he felt so good to see my art, you know. He was in this situation, living in the street.
I believe art should be accessible, and I don't think that anyone needs to have like a knowledge of art to appreciate art.
5 new artworks are being added into Greater Sudbury's collection of murals from Up Here Festival, with event organizers saying that this is just the beginning as the festival commences tomorrow. Madison Merrier, CTV News, Sudbury.
A forum for fantastic fiddling will have Sioux residents tapping their toes tomorrow. The soiree in the Sioux will serve as an unveiling of the Métis Nation of Ontario's newest site and take people on a musical journey to the past. The former Central United Church was purchased by the Métis Nation in March for just over $500,000. Called the Powley Institute, it gets its name from local men Steve and Roddy Powley, involved in what's considered the first major Indigenous rights case centered around Métis people. Officials say this purchase is a testament to the resilience of their people.
The history of the river lots here in Sault Ste. Marie, and then the Crown pushing us off those lands, and us, you know, a century and a half later, still being here, still being proud of who we are, still knowing our stories, and now we're in a capacity of building an institute to protect those stories, to publish those stories, to gather and share them, and, you know, host music or theater or other sorts of things like that. I think is a real point of pride for our community, for sure. Yeah.
The building will eventually be transformed into an education institute for the provincial body, preserving records for Métis people, with the potential for an art gallery, library, and much more. As for the event tomorrow, tickets are still available. The proceeds will go towards repairs of the building and the creation of the Powley Institute. A couple from Cache Bay near Sturgeon Falls have struck it rich.
3, 2, 1. Congratulations, $34 million!
Joe and Lise Menard stopped for gas on a Friday night in June and picked up some lottery tickets. On the Monday morning, they were multi-millionaires. Lise says at first she thought they'd won $34,000 until Joe pointed out those all-important extra zeros. So what will the retired couple spend their big winnings on?
We live in Cache Bay, so now they're going to really call it Cache Bay. I always wanted to give her a dream home, and now she's going to get it.
The first thing that came to mind was a big, big harvest table so we could all sit at the same table for Christmas supper. My kids, the first thing they said is, we're going to have a big Christmas tree like when we were kids with lots of decorations. So in this big house, there's going to be a gigantic Christmas tree.
And Lise says their kids didn't believe them at first, and she had to send them a screenshot from her phone to prove they'd won. The couple says the win won't change them, but they'll get to travel in better style. Congratulations to Lise and Joe. Elon Musk is in a legal battle with Apple, and AOL is going offline. When we return, your Tech Talk segment. You're watching First at 5. In this week's Tech Talk segment, we are talking about YouTube, and Elon Musk is threatening legal action against Apple. To dig deeper into these subjects, Ritesh Kotak, cybersecurity and tech analyst, now joins us from Toronto. Hi there, Ritesh.
Hello.
YouTube is to be included in Australia's social media ban for children under 16. How will the company verify age, and is this something we could see coming to Canada?
I do believe this is something we're going to see in Canada, and we're probably going to see this globally as well, as countries try to figure out how are we going to protect minors in this social cyber digital age. But when it comes to age verification, it is tricky. So it looks like there's going to be a few ways of verifying age. We don't know exactly which approach they're going to take. The first one is actually using artificial intelligence to examine the account. How long has the account been active for? Can it essentially tell if you're above 16 or not? And then the second way is actually verifying via government identification using a third party. So you'd be forced to upload ID, it would check, and then it would grant you access or not. And it's probably going to be a default where it's going to assume everyone is under 16, and you're going to have to prove that you're over 16 years of age.
Okay, we'll be watching for that. Ritesh, Elon Musk is threatening to sue Apple over App Store ranking of his AI app. Tell us more.
So when it comes to these app stores, this is something that's been a bone of contention with competition bureaus across the world. It is, how is it that apps are being ranked? Apple kind of famously, and so did Google, had to deal with this, where they were accused of actually putting their own apps right at the top. So this is something that Elon Musk has come out and said, well, wait a second, Apple, you have a partnership with OpenAI, and as a result, you're not ranking our apps right at the top, even though more people are using it and more people are demanding access to it. Therefore, you're unfairly dealing with this. There's a lack of competition, and we're going to sue you. Whether he goes through with it or not is up for debate. But clearly, when it comes to competition on app stores, this is something that we're really going to have to pay really close attention to.
AOL will stop offering dial-up internet service after more than 30 years in business. Were people still using this service?
Yeah, people are still using it in rural communities. So it's going to be active up until September 30th. But on a personal note, I remember my father coming home with one of those AOL CDs, giving me 700 free hours and putting it in and just hearing that beautiful dial tone. And that was kind of my gateway to the entire world. And that's one of the things I really got interested in the internet and technology. So it's kind of heartbreaking to see that this is actually going to come to an end, but there is an alternative. There is satellite-based internet. There is more connectivity. There is broadband and fiber optics that's being offered to rural communities. It's going to take a while. There's a lack of competition, but clearly AOL turning off, there are alternatives, but this is kind of an end of an era.
Ritesh, really appreciate your time this evening. Thanks again.
Thank you so much for having me.
Ritesh Kotak was our guest. And to see more of our Tech Talk segments, head to our website, CTVNewsNorthernOntario.ca. Our first community close-up comes to us from Sault Ste. Marie. Wendy Lynn Hill sent us some video of a mother duck telling the ducklings to swim. She captured this during an afternoon walk recently. Thanks, Wendy Lynn. Let's head to North Bay, and Bruce snapped this photograph of a beautiful robin. Thanks so much for thinking of us, Bruce. And if you have any pictures, videos, or events you'd like us to showcase, you can always email them to us at communitycloseup@bellmedia.ca. And finally, check out this great video sent to us by Sue Shearer of Astorville, southeast of North Bay. She says her cat Harris is trying to desperately get out on her deck. I guess he saw a chipmunk in her yard and just wanted to say hi. Yeah, right. Thanks so much, Sue. And there's more news for the North, folks, coming up at 6 o'clock. But for now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.